So you think you're done with your game. Well, I'm going to have you add something. I'm going to have you add a flag. A flag is the name of a variable that is used to just help you out. It doesn't hold a increasing value. It just sets a flag. It sets a situation. Let me show you what I mean. So I've made a game here. It's really lame. It doesn't do much. Really is just try to catch the penguin, try to catches the avocado in 10 seconds. If I do, then I win. If I can't, I have a hard time losing here. If I don't manage to, then I'm going to lose. So let's let this time run out and you'll see 4, 3, 2, 1. I've lost. So here's this really simple code. You can see that I created this boundary here. I set it to environment so that the bird can't go there. I set the background to look like that. I made a penguin. I said the penguin moves with arrow keys. I make an avocado. I say it starts wandering. I show the score here and I set the score to 10. Every second, I'm changing the score by -1 so that it goes down. If the score ever equals 0, it says you lose. When the penguin touches the avocado, it says you win. This is not a good game. This game here, if you said you were done, I'd say, yeah, your game is kind of lame. So don't make your game this lame. But I am making it super simple so that I can show you what I want to do next. So I want you to have a situation where if something happens bad, then your penguin is going to shrink and freeze. So in this case, I'm going to have it be, I'm going to create another sprite and I have that sprite wander around. And if it bumps into the penguin, then this is when the bad thing happens. Now you can have yours based on time, which is a little trickier, but you can. I'm going to have mine just be based on if another sprite touches the penguin before the penguin touches the avocado, bad stuff happens. So here we go. Let's make a new sprite. Hey, let's work smarter, not harder. Right click on this sprite, duplicate, and look, it pops up a new one. So I'm going to call that, I'm going to have this sprite be my favorite rainbow poop. And then it's going to start wandering. So I'm going to right click on that, duplicate, bring it down here. Sprite rainbow poop begins wandering just like that one. And let's set it someplace. I can't have it be the same place. So let's click on that. And then there we go. The rainbow poop hangs out over there. Okay, so now it's wandering. What needs to happen next? Well, I want, if the rainbow poop touches the penguin, things to happen. So let's create that. And let's duplicate again. Duplicate. Bring it down here. When penguin touches rainbow poop, then something's going to happen. Okay, so that's the event, but I haven't done anything yet. Well, I can do this. I want to say that if that happens, I want the penguin to go to a smaller size. So sprites, set size to, let's have it go to 10. A little tiny, oh, wee penguin. So it goes smaller. I also want it so it no longer will be able to move. So I go here to where it says sprite begins moving with arrow keys, right click, duplicate, drag this over here, and I say sprite stops moving with arrow keys. There we go. Let's test it so far. If my penguin touches the poop, it stops moving, and it just stays there, right? Now, you saw, though, when I was shrunk, when the avocado run into the penguin, I still won. We can't have that. That is when the flags are going to start being beneficial. So let's create a variable. And I'm going to call it the poop flag. Create. There we go. And whenever you have a variable, you have to set it. Like here, I set the score to 10. So let's duplicate it. I'm going to set poop flag to 0. Now, a little word about zeros and ones. As everyone knows, computers just read a bunch of ones and zeros, which is I don't think many people really understand what that means. But one thing that we do have is that if you want to have a flag, you have to have the flag have on and off. And in computer language, 0 means off and 1 means on. You could have done anything, but 0 is usually off and 1 is usually on. So go ahead and do that. So we set the poop flag to 0. But now guess what? Whenever the penguin touches the poop, I want that poop flag to be 1 because it means the poop has been touched. And we're in poop situation. We're in poop shrink. So variables set. Let's just right click on this, duplicate, bring it over here. 1. Now we're in poop situation. Okay. And it's going to stay that way. When the poop flag is set, then when the penguin touches the avocado, I want nothing to happen. So if the poop flag is set, I don't want this to happen. How do we do that? Well, it's pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. We just need to go here and get an if statement. If. Bring this inside here. Put this back up here. If poop flag equals 0, then when the penguin touches the avocado, it'll say you won. But if it doesn't equal 0, then it's not going to say that because we set the poop flag to 1 when the penguin touches the rainbow poop. See what I've done here? The poop flag starts as 0. So in the beginning, poop flag is 0, and it'll drop into here and it'll do this. It'll show the screen you win. But if the penguin touches the poop, then the penguin's going to shrink. The penguin's going to stop being able to move, and the poop flag is set to 1. Let's watch. So right now, I can still get the, look at that, it worked, of course. I touched the avocado, run. But if I touch that first, I can't move, and even if the avocado bumps into me, I will not win. Okay? But I can't just be shrunk forever. I want it to only last so long. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have an event that says repeat every so many seconds. And this is going to be every, I'm going to only shrink for 5 seconds. Up to 5 seconds at most. This is going to go every 5 seconds regardless, at the 5, 10, 15 mark. If in that time, if poop flag, let's go back here and grab this if poop flag, duplicate, bring it down here. Oh, look, I brought the whole thing. Well, that's handy. If poop flag is 1, in other words, if we're in the poop situation, then we need to get rid of that. We don't need this in here. Then I want to, well, first of all, I want to get out of the poop situation. Every 5 seconds, we're going to turn off the poop situation. There we go. So poop flag is 1, clear it back to 0, up to 5 seconds at most. It might only be a half a second because this thing is firing every 5 seconds regardless of anything else. So on the 5, on the 10, on the 15, it's firing. But what else needs to happen? Well, I shrunk him. So I need to duplicate this, bring it back in here, and set it back to 50 because he was 50 before. I happen to know that that was the size. I also need him to begin moving with arrow keys. I right-click on here. I say duplicate. I bring this down here. So now, every 5 seconds, if the poop flag is set, it's going to set the poop flag to 0 to clear it, set the size back to 50, and once again, begin allowing him to be moved with the arrow keys. Let's move this over, and let's run it. So now, if I can get over here, oh, well, look at that. I happened to hit the avocado before I hit him. So let's try to avoid the avocado for beta testing. Oh, for Pete's sake. It's like I can't lose. I'm that good. There we go. And you'll notice now, it struck me for a bit, then I came back. You see? Let's set the time to bigger, so 20. So we have more time to experiment. There we go. So now I'm shrunk. I can't move at all. And you saw the avocado just ran over me and nothing happened. Oh, but the poop is puppy guarding. Oh, you see? The poop is puppy guarding. Oh, did you see what happened? I got bigger and immediately touched the avocado before he could get me. So let's look at this again. When the penguin touches the poop, these things happen. I shrink him. he stops being able to move, and I set the poop flag to 1. It's a flag. It's just 1 doesn't mean it has 1 of something. It just means on. In computer terms, 1 is on, 0 is off. But every 5 seconds, I say, hey, if the poop flag is 1, then set it back to 0. So turn it back off. Hey, if the lights are on, turn it off, right? Set them back to 50 and let them move again. And then up here, when the penguin touches the avocado, I only say you won if we're not in the poop flag situation. I think that does everything. Have fun.